Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to Self-Care 360. If you're new to my channel, I'm Adassa. This is the last part in the 8-part series of our Self-Care 360. And today's video is entitled Protecting Your Peace by Setting Boundaries. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 points to setting boundaries. The first point is going to be why boundaries are essential for self-care. Number 2 is going to be signs you need stronger boundaries. Number 3, how to set and communicate boundaries. And number 4, overcoming guilt and fear when enforcing boundaries. And 5, the freedom and peace that comes with strong boundaries. All right. So, are boundaries essential for self-care? Let's talk about it. Boundaries aren't about being mean or shutting people out. Sometimes people will think, oh, you don't want me in your life anymore. That's why you're setting your boundaries. No, it's not about you. Me setting boundaries is about me protecting my peace. It's about my self-care, okay? Boundaries give us guidelines so that we are not in a chaotic frame of mind, all right? They're about protecting your energy, your mental health, and your overall well-being. When you don't set a boundary, you end up overcommitting. You're emotionally exhausted and even become resentful. You overcommit because you don't know how to say no. You take on every project that's out there. You do everything for every Dick, Tom, and Harry. And you find yourself sometimes late at night working because you want to please people. And as a result, you're emotionally exhausted. You have no time left for you. And this is a constant roller coaster. You're on the hamster wheel, so to speak. Every time another project comes up, you're the first one to volunteer. And so finally, resentment set in. And the people that you're supposed to know and love, friends, co-workers, acquaintances, family, you resent them because they know how to say no. They protect their peace. They have fun. They travel. They do the things that they want to do. But because you don't know how to say no, you end up being the one that have that spirit of resentment. But when you do set those boundaries, you're creating space for peace, growth, and healthier relationships. See, relationships are something that we all need. But what's the use in having these relationships if they're toxic? We need each other. But sometimes because of lack of education or because it's the way it's been done, that's the way grandma them do it. And that's the way I've seen it done all my life. And so I'm here today to help us learn together. This Self-Care 360 series is my journey into my healthcare. If you have been watching from the first video, you would have known that I started this journey in June of 2024. And these videos are me simply sharing with you what I'm doing. Because I know that if I'm going through the things that I'm going through, I'm not the only one. All right, so signs you need stronger boundaries. How do you know if your boundaries need work? Here are some common signs. You feel guilty when you say no. When you say no, you feel like you're the bad guy. No. The easiest word for a baby. So as soon as they start talking, usually the first thing that they say is no. It's a one-syllable word, and it means that it's mine and you're not getting it. And a baby can say no, but us as adults are afraid to say no because we're going to hurt people's feelings. But in my opinion, we say no because we're trying to please people. And according to Tony Jones, people pleasing is weakness, it's fear, it's not love. You may feel because I give my child everything he or she asks for, or I say yes to every project, people are going to like you. Far from the truth. It's a weakness and you're not loving them. If you're lavishing them with everything they need for you to feel like, okay, I'm loving them, you have the wrong idea. No is a complete sentence. All right? So, second reason your boundaries are not working is you constantly put others' needs before your own. Ouch! That was me. Until the Self-Care 360 journey, I always did everything for everybody else, and I was last. Those days are over. They gone. They history. Period. All right? I am a person, and if my plane is going down and I do not have on my oxygen mask, we all gonna die. But if I put my mask on first, then I'll have breath and life so I can help others. It's a real thing. You can't continue to pour from an empty cup. And I'm talking to myself. Adassa, you cannot continue to pour from an empty cup. Your cup needs to be full because when we heal ourselves, we heal the generations that follow. All right? You feel drained after spending time with certain people. These people can be anywhere. Your social circle, on the job, hopefully not in your home. But there are times we have acquaintances where whenever we spend time with them, we always feel so drained. It's time for boundaries. If you had to go to a party, maybe somebody's getting an award, you go, but as soon as it's over, go home. Don't hang out because you're the one that's going to be so drained because those people suck your energy. And finally, you struggle to ask for help or express your need. You don't want to ask for help because it was ingrained in you to be a superwoman. So you constantly are on this hamster wheel, doing it by yourself. I'm telling myself that I cannot continue to do everything myself. Ask for help because I'm not a superwoman. I no longer want to be a superwoman. I'm not a hardworking Black woman. Them days are gone. They're over. All right? So if any of these sound familiar, it's time to strengthen those boundaries. All right? How to set boundaries, or actually, let's rephrase that. How to set and communicate boundaries. Setting boundaries starts with getting clear on what you want to be happy. What needs to change in your life for you to enjoy what's left of your life? So communicate that in a way that is firm yet respectful. You have to believe it yourself. So here's a formula. Be respectful, because if we do this out of anger, we're not going to get anywhere. The formula is be direct. I can't take on extra work right now. No explanation. Use I statements. I am overwhelmed when I am expected to always be available. And stay consistent. I know a preacher woman back in the day said a phrase that I live by. And she said, in consistency lies the power. The beginning of the year, the gyms of our cities are overloaded with people on their New Year's resolutions. By mid-March, that is going to dwindle. The number is going to dwindle. People will test your boundaries, but stay firm. It takes work. It's not easy. But when you are consistent, eventually they'll realize that, okay, she's serious. I'm have to realize that I need to help out too. No man is an island, and no man can stand alone. So no longer will I be doing it all by myself. And number 4, overcoming guilt and fear when enforcing boundaries. That is hard because you've been accustomed to being the good guy or the good girl for so long. Now fear and guilt steps in. So let's talk about the guilt that comes when you're setting boundaries. So many of us, especially Black women, Black and brown women, have been conditioned to put others first. Our foreparents came into this country or were taken and stolen and brought to this country to become slaves. We work the cotton fields. We work in the homes of other people, taking care of their children, ironing their clothes. We are the ones, or our foreparents were the ones that told the little girl, you is kind, you is beautiful, you is important. And all the while, her own children never heard that. Then she was the same one that at times had to take out her breast and breastfeed another woman's child because she was the help. And so it's just been conditioned in us. Do not beat up yourself because that is what you're doing. You know, you're putting yourself last. That is psychological. It's something that was ingrained in you. So in order for you to overcome that, you're going to have to set some boundaries. Bottom line. But here's the truth. Say no to what drains you and saying yes to yourself. We need to be able to say no to what drains us and yes to ourselves. We deserve it. We's kind, we's beautiful, and we's important too. We're not responsible for other people's emotions. However they want to feel, tough. When we set boundaries, people may not like it. So get ready. But the right people will respect it. And that's what's important. If you love me, you will respect my boundaries. You will know that as uncomfortable as it is, in the long run, it's going to benefit all of us. So if you're that girlfriend who have to put up with this new boundary, or that guy friend, or that husband, or that wife, or that child, respect the individual that is laying the boundary. They need you to respect them so that they can heal. And that's the truth. The freedom and peace that comes with strong boundaries. When you start setting boundaries, everything changes. You feel more peace, less stress, and more in control of your life. The people who truly value and respect you will adjust. And those who don't, they were never really for you anyway. In Alcoholics Anonymous, when a drug addict decides to give up, the lesson is to change people, places, and things. You may have to change people, places, and things for your mental health. You are worthy of rest, respect, and reciprocity. You are human. You is kind. You is beautiful. and you is important. Protect your peace always. Do not continue to be that person who give. Because, back home we have a saying is every day bucket go a well, one day the bottom of the drop out. This Self-Care 360 series was the foundation. And now Black and brown women are taking care of themselves. They're setting boundaries, loving themselves. Boundaries are self-care, and self-care is respect. So I'd love to hear from you. What boundaries have you used in the past to change your life? Drop a comment below. And if you found this video helpful, share it with a sister who needs this message. And until next time, take care of you. You deserve it. And so this is the end of the Self-Care 360 series. I will be sharing my workouts, smoothies, drinks, and Jamaican food recipes and videos. Thank you for watching. It was a pleasure to make these videos, and I hope that my journey help your life, help you to change your life. Ciao.